Hello folks, hope you are all in the pink of your health. Okay, we will start the next video. The number of the video is 103, and we are doing the book review of the book titled Play of Consciousness, isn't it? And in the previous video we have seen 1/3 of the 11th chapter. Okay, in this video and in the next day's video we will be seeing the rest of the 11th chapter. Okay, and the chapter itself is very aptly given the heading My Confused State of Mind. I really thank from the bottom of my heart I thank Swami Muktananda for having written all his experiences in a very unadulterated form, in a very natural way as it happened. He has taken so much of pain to write, and that is why we are able to read, and we are able to share, and we are able to listen, and we are able to feel certain things, isn't it? So tons and tons of thanks to Swami Muktananda. Though his physical body is no more here on the earth, definitely he is watching all these things, and may all of us get his blessings to improve in our meditation and in all other sadhanas. I really respect him so much because as he also rightly wrote in the beginning of part 2, we are not supposed to give the experiences outside. We are not supposed to tell the experiences. But he said, anyway, however, I am telling this for the sake of my seekers. My seekers means for the people who are in the path of seeking mukti. It's good that he wrote so much. Now, always I read the chapter once or twice. First I read casually once, very fast, and then second time paragraph by paragraph, and I note down some important points in my notebook, and keeping the notebook open I talk so that I don't miss any important point. That's how I keep referring to the notebook. But this time I did not write anything in my notebook. Why? As I was reading, see, I had underlined already some 3 years back when I read. See, I had underlined so much. You can see. And so, if I have to write down all these things, it will be as good as copying the whole chapter. So much is being said here, and all the things are very important. So I thought I will straight away read it out from the book, in the sense wherever necessary, because this being the English video, all of you will be able to understand this, because the book is also written in English. So it is very easy for me also. See, the duration is, my Malayalam videos are lengthy. The duration is more. Next comes the Tamil videos. In Tamil videos also I talk a lot, trying to explain things. Whereas here in English videos, the content is the same, but the duration is less. Because it is easier for me to explain it in English also. It goes faster. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Let's start the work. That is, see, in the previous video we have seen what was happening till the night. Isn't it? He was feeling so agitated, he was getting angry, he was getting the fear, he was feeling all sorts of negative things in his mind. And that is how his nighttime companion, Babu Rao, also has been sent back home. Because he said, I will die tonight, or I will become totally mad. So if you sleep with me, people may think that you have done something to me. So don't stay here. Like that he sent back his night companion. And you see, when he was seeing so many things, no? See, he is inside the hut for some time. He is unable to sit and stand. He is unable to do anything inside. So he comes out. Then outside also he is restless. And so he goes inside. Like that, so many things are happening. He himself doesn't know what is happening to him. Like that, it goes on for in the night till say like 9 o'clock. And see, when he looked out, once when he came and looked out of his, when he came out of his hut and looked at the two mango trees, one on the right side and one on the left side of his hut, he saw Gurudev sitting between the two trees. You see, Muktananda enjoys staying inside the hut and staying outside the hut also, because there are two good mango trees which are very friendly to him, and he has hung one swing in one of the mango trees. So he is enjoying the ambience of the hut. But today he is not in a mood to enjoy any of these things. He is overstricken by fear. Okay, that's why he thought he is going to die. So you see, I could not understand what was happening to him, how it was happening, who was making it happen. I felt drawn towards the mango trees. I felt drawn towards the mango trees. He felt like going to the mango trees. Then as I looked in their direction, I saw Gurudev sitting between them, between the two mango trees. His face turned towards me, facing Muktananda. His Guruji was sitting between the two mango trees. He could see that. Okay. Now, by now it was after 9 o'clock. By the time it became night, 9 o'clock. Then he felt that someone had seated himself in his eyes. He felt that he is not seeing with his eyes. Somebody has occupied his eyes, and that person is making him see. That is, he lost his consciousness. He lost his control over his body. He lost his control over his mind, his intellect. Everything is being overpowered by some other power. Who is that? We know. It's no one other than his Guruji, isn't it? Nityananda. Again, I looked at the mango trees. I could see Gurudev there. So, these things are happening under the direction of his Guruji. Then he disappeared. It seemed that I was being controlled by some power that made me do all these things. This going inside, coming out, all these things are not his actions. He is made to do all these things by somebody else. That's what he says. I no longer had the will of my own. My madness was growing all the time. He was becoming mad. My madness was growing all the time. My intellect was completely unstable. I walked around the mango trees 3 times. Then he bowed down, thinking of his Gurudev, and went inside the hut. Then as I went in, he looked out. Then he saw the sugarcane field on fire. Probably surrounding his hut, they had a lot of sugarcane field. His hut is in a village, no? So in the village you see a lot of fields, and in between you see some houses. That is the scenario, isn't it? So probably around his hut there were many sugarcane fields, and he saw all the whole field, all the fields on fire. See, the flames were spreading rapidly. My fear increased every second. See, I heard hordes of people screaming frightfully. That is, he heard all the people staying in and around the sugarcane field shouting in despair. Desperately they were shouting their head off, as if the world is going to come to an end. They were also panicky stricken. So he heard lots of people shouting like that. Then, okay, he heard that. Then I looked out of the small window of my hut. So he had a small window in his hut, and through the window he is looking out. Then you just see, I saw strange creatures. Okay, strange creatures from 6 to 50 feet tall. From 6 to 50 feet tall, neither demons nor demigods. No demons, no devils. Then who? But human in form. They were very tall, from 6 foot to 50 foot tall, but in human form. And they were dancing naked, their mouths gaping open. They were dancing. Okay, their screeching was so horrible and apocalyptic. That is, they made unusual sounds. It was not a pleasant sound to hear. Then he was completely conscious, but he was watching his madness. He was conscious, he is aware of what is happening, but at the same time he is thinking of his madness, which appeared to be real. Then I remembered death. So at that time he was made to remember death. Then he sat down to meditate in Padmasana. And when he sat, all around him he saw flames spreading, flames. The whole universe was on fire. A burning ocean had burst open. Look at this, a burning ocean. The ocean is full of water. Such a ocean is burning. A burning ocean had burst open and swallowed up the whole earth. An army of ghosts and demons surrounded me. So now he is seeing many demons, ghosts surrounding him. Then, but he wanted to get out of the scene, so he wanted to get up, because he was sitting in Padmasana. But now he wanted to get up, he couldn't. He felt as if his legs were pinned, nailed to the earth, and his hands were immobilized. So he couldn't move his hands, he couldn't move his legs. Then how can he come out of the hut? Huh? Like that he was feeling. Then all the while I was locked tight in the lotus posture, my eyes closed. See, he was sitting in the lotus posture, Padmasana, eyes closed, and my chin pressed down against my throat, like this. And this is a bandha. There are 3 important bandhas. While doing pranayamam, you have to practice that, isn't it? That is the Moola Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha and Jalendra Bandha. So this Jalendra Bandha is near the throat. The chin will press the throat, so much so no air can come out, no air can go inside. So that is the lock. Bandha means lock. Okay. So automatically his head is bending down and putting the Jalendra Bandha. Then he is getting severe pain in the Mooladhara region. He is getting a lot of pain in the Mooladhara region. Then immediately he is opening his eyes. Then he wanted to run away, but his legs were locked tight. And so I was quite aware that everything I was seeing was unreal. He knows that it is not real, but he is unable to conquer the situation. He is unable to come out of the situation. Then if he tried to close his eyes, he is seeing something. If he is trying to open his eyes, he is seeing something else, like that. Then I saw the whole earth covered with the water. The whole earth was covered with water. The world had been destroyed. The world was in fire. The ocean had swallowed up the earth. Whereas only Swami Muktananda and his hut got escaped. Only his hut and himself were saved from the fire. Okay. Then from over the water. So from the water, he is seeing a moonlight sphere. That is a round thing resembling the moon, not moonlight, moon-like. So he is he is able to see a sphere, a big sphere, a round one, like a globe, which is 4 feet in diameter. So such a 4 feet in diameter, such a big sphere looking like a moon is coming, floating from the water. Then it stopped in front of him. Then see the radiance, the rays of the white light was so powerful that it struck his eyes and then passed inside him. Okay. Then he says, in between, he says, look, I am not exaggerating anything. I am not spinning stories. I am not dreaming. These are all the real things which happened to me over the night. True. Okay, I totally believe in what he has written. I have not got even a single experience like this, but still I believe. Okay, a Mahan, a holy person like him need not tell stories, isn't it? So he says, then what? He says, that sphere, it came down from the sky. But a scene that actually happened, he is writing. That sphere came down from the sky and entered him. Then a second later, that is immediately, a bright light penetrated into all his nadis. So a sphere-like thing entered into his body, and all his 72,000 nadis are energized by the white light. Then my tongue curled up and touched the inner palate. You know, it is a mudra. You practice it. This is called Kesari Mudra. You practice it when you do Vasi Yoga. Okay, I have learnt Vasi Yoga from a good guru, but I am not so keen on practicing. I think I should start it. Okay. Then his eyes closed. Then I saw a dazzling light in my forehead. From his forehead, probably from his Ajna Chakra, he saw a dazzling light and he was terrified. I was still locked in the lotus posture, Padmasana, but my head was forced down. Another important thing. And though he was glued to the earth, he was sitting in lotus posture, that is Padmasana, and his head was forced down and glued to the ground. See, when you sit in Padmasana, how much can you bend? Now, his head was bent so much that it was glued to the ground, as if his head was stuck to the ground using some paste. Then after some time his eyes opened. Then I saw a very soft red light shimmering all around. So he saw a red light. Please note this, because he is talking about red light again, white light and blue light. Okay, so see, the white light coming from the Ajna Chakra, it shows that his third eye is activated. Okay, so he is seeing the red light which is flickering, and sparks spread throughout the universe. From that red light he saw sparks going to the universe. Then as he was watching that, something, the red light around him, from there sparks are going out. Then his legs became all right, got loosened, and so he got up. Then he went outside, looked to the right and looked to the left. Then but the atmosphere was so calm. So what was that he saw as a sugarcane field burning? Anyway, I leave it to you to ponder about it. And if you can make some comments, you can write some comments in the comment box. I'll be happy to read it and discuss. So like that, then the red light was there. Then when he is closing, he is able to see the red light. When he is opening, he is able to see the red light. Then slowly, as he was watching, his legs became all right, and so he got up, and again, so he looked to the right and left. Then the atmosphere was so calm. I was astounded and dazed, recollecting everything that I had seen. Such a turmoil, so much of agitation was happening around him, in and out. Whereas now the whole place looked very calm. Then I went inside again and closed my eyes. So after that he went inside the hut and closed his eyes. Then again the red light was there as before. I opened my eyes and went outside again. Again he went outside. He is coming inside, going outside, trying to sit here, there, keeping his eyes open, keeping his eyes closed. Like that, he is totally restless. And as he said, he was not under the control of himself. Okay. And went outside again, but there was nothing outside. Everything looked very calm. Then, you see, by now it was far into the night, maybe midnight. He wanted to sleep, but he couldn't. Probably he was tossing in his bed till 4 o'clock. So by 4 o'clock he got up, he took bath, and he started his meditation on his Guru. Then, as soon as he sat for meditation, he was drawn inside. Then his body, as usual, was fixed in Padmasana. The body began to sway. This happens to all of us. See, when you start chanting the mantra, in the beginning you will be very conscious. Afterwards, even when I when I recite Lalita Sahasranama also, my mind will be telling. One part of the mind will be chanting, and the body will be swaying like this. I have seen in many people. So like this his body was swaying. Then again he felt the pain in the Mooladhara. Then he saw a light in the heart space. He saw some light coming from his heart space. Heart space is the Anahata Chakra. And when the Anahata Chakra is activated, it is the chakra for universal love and brotherhood. See, once the Anahata Chakra is activated, you feel love towards everyone. You feel mercy towards everyone. You feel compassionate. Okay. So this is the feeling he got when probably his Anahata chakra got activated. Then I began to sway. Then as he was chanting Guru Om, Guru Om, Guru Om, his body was also swaying like that, in accordance to the utterance of Guru Om. Then this meditation went on for 1.5 hours. Okay, in the morning, early morning it is happening. Then all of a sudden he started making sounds like a camel. Then which alternated with the roaring of a tiger. He is making noise. The noise is coming out of his throat. I must have roared very loudly, for the people around actually thought that the tiger was there. The tiger had come to their sugarcane field. And this went on for half an hour. Then the impulse of this kriya lasted only for a little while. That is, he had roared for nearly half an hour, but the impulse was very short-lived. Then he became quiet. Then when he finished his meditation, he got up. Then his body ached like anything, and his body was stiff. Then by the time he came to his normal consciousness, then he went outside his hut and sat in the swing. The atmosphere was so serene, very calm, very calm. The sun was rising in the east and in the mango trees, and the whole company of birds. You hear the chirping of birds early in the morning. So he was enjoying all those things. That time the landlord came. That is, the owner of that land came to him, and he asked Babaji, he asked Muktananda, Babaji, do you know what is happening outside? I was there in the sugarcane field, and for half an hour I felt that all of us, all the village people, we felt that a tiger had entered into the field. It was roaring for half an hour. We really got frightened, Babaji. Did you hear any of those things? When I came, you were meditating. When I saw you, you were meditating. Like that, the landlord told him. Muktananda knew that the tiger is nobody other than him, and he is the one who made so much of noise. But he never revealed it. He never told the landlord, because there are places where it is better to keep mum, because he is undergoing so much of turmoil on his body as well as inside, within. Add to that, if he is going to tell the landlord about his feelings and what is happening, or if he were to tell the landlord that he was the one who made the roaring sound of the tiger, he will not believe. He will stamp Muktananda as a mad person, because that is the nature of the normal people. So to such people, better to keep quiet. So Muktananda never said anything. He just listened. Then after some time, Babu Rao came, that is his night-time companion came, and he was happy to see Muktananda alive. Then he asked Muktananda, what, yesterday you said you were going to die in the night, or you will become mad, now you are all right. Then Muktananda told Babu Rao, you see, externally I am all right, but internally a lot of things are going on which I myself don't understand. So that's why I said, very aptly he has given the title, My Confused State of Mind. He could share some of his feelings with Babu Rao. Then Babu Rao also felt very sad. Then he brought the tambura and he started singing a stanza which says, remember yourself, the meaning. and then attain the self. Be free from birth and death. Don't be tormented by suffering. The self is God, Paramatman. Find peace in the self. This is your main task. That is, having taken a birth as a human being, this is your main task. The purpose of your life is this. Don't be attached to the body. Don't be attached to your own physical body. Don't be attached to others. So, this is the meaning of the verse which was sung by Rama Rao. And hearing this verse, Muktananda felt somewhat okay, sublime. These verse aroused sublime feelings in me. Then the body again started twisting. So he immediately went inside the hut and he sat for meditation. Then he says, I did not meditate. Meditation happened. This also I have told you in one of my videos. Actually, I published 6 videos on meditation. In one of the videos I have said, we should never say that we are doing meditation, because it is not that we can do meditation. We can only prepare ourselves, we can only prepare the ambience, we can only sit in meditation. Meditation should happen on its own. So, like that, it is happening on its own to Muktananda, because he is a selected person by his Guru. So, then he started meditating. Then it came spontaneously, effortlessly. It was all in the joints of my body. In every joint of his body, he could see meditation happening. Okay, all the blood cells in my body were spinning. RBCs and WBCs were spinning, and prana flowed through the nadis in an astounding speed. The energy was so much that the energy was circulating in his nadis with so much of speed. Then suddenly a red light came. Again, the red light came before me with such force that it seemed to have been living inside me, as if it's a part of his body. The red light came out. It was 2 feet tall, the red light, and shone brightly. I clearly saw myself burning, but I did not feel the heat of the fire outside. Every part of my body was emitting loud crackling and popping sounds. In every joint, in every cell, he was hearing some sounds, popping and crackling sounds. Every part of my body was emitting loud crackling and popping sounds. I became absorbed in meditation on the light, but at the same time I was completely conscious of what was happening inside me. Now, it is not that he was unconscious, he was conscious throughout, and he was witnessing everything. Then the red flames of the fiery light soon made me hot inside. Now he is feeling hot inside. And then my great worship of the Guru began. When it was over, my ecstasy waned. I went outside and sat in the swing. Again he went outside. After the meditation, he went outside, sat in the swing, hung in the mango tree. And then he was thinking. Once more I began to think, what is it? How did I see it? What did I see? You see, like this. See, one full day he was undergoing so many unusual things, and he was seeing many red light, white light, universe being destroyed, earth being destroyed, a ball-like thing, moon-like thing coming out, going into his body, spreading light, red light around him, sparkles coming out. All these feelings he never had earlier. So now I am sure as a result of meditation these things are happening. So you also think in your own way, and if there is time, if you feel like writing something in the comment, please do write. I will read and we will share, we will discuss. Okay, so I am stopping here. The rest of the chapter 11 will be in the next video. Okay, bye, all the best.